I mentioned this game in my Story of Seasons video as part of a joke. You didn't see that video. And neither did anyone else. So, what am I talking about? It's My Time at Portia, the interactive video game for video entertainment system and personal computer. My Time at Portia is a crafting, farming, single-player RPG simulation game. If you own Stardew Valley, Steam will recommend this game to you, but it probably shouldn't. Because while there are similarities, the differences make My Time at Portia super weird and kind of its own thing. In Stardew Valley, you farm. In My Time at Portia, you have the option to farm. Stardew Valley has material collection and crafting. My Time at Portia prioritizes material collection and crafting. Stardew Valley has mining. My Time at Portia has mining. Stardew Valley has combat. My Time at Portia has combat. This is one of the biggest differences between My Time at Portia and other farming sim games that online game stores will recommend to you. Combat in Stardew Valley is very basic. It serves its purpose, which is to make mining for materials slightly more interesting than just picking up rocks. My Time at Portia has a slightly more developed combat system. You have combos, weapon-specific combos, rolling, levels, and a combat skill tree. There's also a set of skill trees for craft farming and social too. The levels, skill trees, weapons, and armor are what make it into an RPG. We'll circle back to combat a little later. For now, we're going to move on to aspects of the game that separate it from other farm sims. My Time at Portia takes place in a post-apocalyptic setting. The disaster is long over. Flora and fauna are back and civilization has rebuilt. You explore abandoned ruins and rebuild old-world technology. There is an overarching town-wide story that takes place in My Time at Portia. Part of that story involves two philosophies from different sects, the Brotherhood of Steel and the Institute. This is a very good comparison, and if the reference is lost on you, do a quick Google. Now we're going to complete that combat circle I mentioned earlier. The combat is required to advance in the game. As the story unfolds, you have to clear very specific missions. Clearing these missions does not just move the story forward, it unlocks new crafting recipes that would be impossible to get any other way. This isn't exactly a bad thing, it's one of the features that makes it more RPG-like. The issue I have with it is that I just don't think the combat is very good. Such a large portion of the game is dedicated to combat that it's literally required to progress in the game. But it just doesn't feel right to me. Getting good at the combat doesn't feel like you're getting good at figuring out the mechanics of the game, it feels like you're getting good at adjusting for the flaws that are there. I might be wrong. It might be fine. I don't know, the combat just feels half-finished to me for the importance it holds in the advancement of the game. There's a bunch of other little things that make this game unique when compared to the games it gets lumped in with, like how social interactions have rock, paper, scissors, and sparring as an option.
It wasn't that close, now was it? Watch me be #1 again next year.
You can jump and sprint, there's a jetpack, fast travel, home decorations give you stat boosts, etc, etc. The cadence of my voice that I used for these past couple of lines might suggest that I don't like this game, but that's not true. And this video wasn't meant to be a full review of the game. If you've seen my other videos, you know I'm not intelligent enough for that kind of thing. I avoided spoilers and left things out because I want you to play this game for yourself. I think it's neat. It has some issues, but I think there's enough right about it to make it entertaining, and I think it's worth a play.